Hey everybody, it's Friday, November 2nd, and I received a package in the mail today. These are fig cuttings that I ordered Tuesday night from Bill at Off the Beaten Path Nursery, just outside of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I actually heard about him on Ross Ratty's channel. He's a big fig guy on YouTube, and it's very hard to find legitimate people to buy figs from, since there are so many coveted varieties and there's so many fakes out there. So it was nice to see a reputable person actually running a business and not buying it from some stranger on eBay or something. So I took advantage and I got into contact with him, and I purchased a few fig cuttings since it is now cutting season in early November. And I got 3 different varieties here. I ordered these late Tuesday night. I sent him some cash over PayPal, and he shipped them out Wednesday, and I received them about noon on Friday, so that was pretty darn fast. So what I have here, you can see, these are the coveted Black Madeira cuttings. This is the KK version of Black Madeira, which is the superior version to the UC Davis. It apparently doesn't have as much fig mosaic virus, it's more vigorous. So I wanted this variety. Here is the coveted Noir. And these are all fresh cuttings. He apparently cut them, I think he cut them maybe Sunday or Monday. So at this point they're 5 days old. So hopefully they all root for me. They all still show green on them, so that's a good sign. So you can see these here, nice and labeled. And the last variety here should be the Smith, which is regarded very well for the South. It's supposed to do well in humid environments, which is definitely my environment here on the coast of Southeast North Carolina. So here you can see the Smith, again nice and labeled. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to attempt to root them. I made extra sure to get 2 of each, just in the off chance that one of them fails. So I'm doing my best to make sure I get a successful rooting here. Okay, this is how I'm going to root my fig cuttings. What I have right here is 1, 2, 3 sheets of doubled up half sheet paper towel, and you need a pretty heavy duty paper towel. You want a Bounty or a Brawny or something strong. You don't want a cheaper paper towel that's going to rip or fuzz. We have the cuttings themselves, which are over here, and then we have labeled 1-gallon freezer bags. So what we're going to do is figs, we want to wrap them in wet paper towels, but we want to leave the edges exposed. So we're going to place them kind of in the center, like this. And we want to keep the varieties together. And the reason why we want to label our paper towels is just in case this paint washes off. So all we want to do is we just want to take them, center them as best we can, and we want to roll them up in this wet paper towel. Same thing with the Black Madeiras. And you want these paper towels to be pretty wet, not sopping wet, but you basically want to soak them and just wring them out gently. That doesn't feel like it made enough contact. These should be a lot easier to wrap up. And then we just want to put them in the appropriate bag. This was the coveted Noir. And we want to roll the bag up with the air being pressed out of the bag, and then seal them. And this is basically going to create a humidity chamber. So it's important that you keep these in a warm, humid environment. The humidity is going to stimulate the root nodes, because basically what runs up and down the figs, all the little, you'll see all these little bumps come out, and then they will turn into roots similar to what a tomato plant does. I actually created a video on how to do this earlier, so I will link to that video above. And here they are all wrapped up, so I'm going to bring these upstairs to my office, and I'm going to put it in the corner where my computer is, because that usually generates a lot of heat, and that's usually the warmest place in the house. So I'm going to leave them there for about a week, and then I'll check to make sure that I'm getting little root nodes. Usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks to really root a fig. At that point, you want to make sure you get yourself a nice clean potting mix, a nice sterile potting mix. You want to make sure it's nice and damp, and you want to gently layer your roots and bury your figs deep, and then let them fully root. As always, thank you all so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for future updates. I'll make sure to keep you up to date with how these figs are doing, and we'll see you again next time.